hasn't even been 3 days since we did our last video on updates about visas available in Mexico, and here comes the Mexican government dropping a bomb that the regularization program, which is a loophole a lot of people were using to get residency in Mexico without having to show proof of income, is over. It's done. Mexico has said no más. And in this video, we're going to be explaining what happened, who might still be able to apply for it, and what to do about it. Welcome to Entrepreneur Expat. On this channel, we talk all about what it's like to be a digital nomad, American expats living in other countries, doing business worldwide, making money online so you can go anywhere in the world, travel, digital nomadism, and all the things that entertain us as entrepreneurs and expats living all around the world. So if that's something that interests you, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we have coming out on this channel, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Mexico is not the only country making changes. Costa Rica just proposed some interesting changes to their tourist visa. We'll be doing another video on that. And we also have interviews coming out with expats and entrepreneurs all over the world to inspire you to step into this entrepreneur expat lifestyle. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of those. Make sure to give this a like to help us get it in front of as many people as possible. We have a mission to get this in front of 1 million entrepreneur expats and aspiring entrepreneur expats. And if you're interested in running a location independent business or turning your current business to be more online, which after this video you're probably going to be, then make sure to sign up for a location independent business consultation below. Both Justin and I have been running online businesses for over 15 years and have experience in marketing, sales, operations, product creation, branding, you name it, we've done it, and we'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction. All right, let's get into it. What happened? What happened is that Mexico has said no más to the regularization program. The regularization program, like I mentioned, is a loophole that a lot of people were using to get residency in Mexico without having to show proof of income. You've probably seen a lot of videos online in the expat spaces saying things along the lines of get residency in Mexico, no income requirements, things like that. They were talking about the regularization program. Now, during the era of the pandemic and a few years after, Mexico was quite generous with this program because a lot of people got stuck in Mexico during that time. So they were making it easier for people to get residency. And probably what happened is that a lot of people were taking advantage of this loophole that was still there. And a lot of people, for example, would come to Mexico, be here for the 180 days, then they would let the tourist visa lapse, and then they would go apply for the regularization program. And I guess the Mexican government caught on and was like, no more, we're not doing that anymore. And as we've been mentioning on this channel for a long time, it's getting harder to get into Mexico, and not just Mexico, all around the world. We are seeing major changes to visas, residencies, citizenships, travel. It's happening all over the world. So once again, make sure to subscribe to get updates on all of that. So basically what's going on is that in some places, like we're hearing in San Miguel de Allende, they're not even taking appointments for regularization for the foreseeable future. Merida is probably something similar because there's so many expats there. And then some places will still take appointments and allow people to apply. But here's the requirement. The requirement is that you have needed to be in Mexico since 2022 and not have left since, essentially living in the country illegally for 2 to 3 years in order for you to even qualify for this particular program. How many people are going to fit into that category? Probably not many. Therefore, it's essentially done. The program is over. So what does this mean? Well, it's kind of what we've been telling you guys. Number one, things are getting harder. Number two, we knew that this program was going to go away. At some point, it was already a 50-50 as to whether or not people would get approved. We knew it was going to go away. We didn't know when. Going into 2025, it looked like they were keeping it, and then suddenly they're like, we changed our minds. So again, we knew it was coming. It wasn't that much of a bomb. But what does this mean overall, right? So number one, if you already qualify for financial solvency in Mexico or any country for that matter in Latin America, because in Latin America, typically the way that you get residency is through income. and financial solvency. Other parts of the world it's different, but in this case we are referring to Latin America. Then just do it. Just go for it, because these things are constantly changing. And again, we're seeing so many changes happening so rapidly all around the world right now that it's better to do these things sooner rather than later. So that's number one. If you already qualify, just go for it. The second thing is that if you do not qualify via financial solvency, you might need to start looking at some alternatives. Now, we're huge fans of running online businesses. We talk about how to make money online on this channel, and it's for a very good reason that both of us even got into online business to begin with. It's because we wanted to travel all over the world, and we wanted to have options, and we wanted to have control over where we lived, our time, and how much money we made. And if you don't run an online business, kind of challenging to do that. So now might be the time to either start looking into the online business or find a way to make a current business perhaps more location independent, and we can help you do that, because you have to look at it from the perspective of other countries as well, right? Other countries don't want people coming into their country who are either going to be a burden on the system or not stimulate the economy. That's why they ask for the financial solvency. So if you're coming to another country and you're applying for a visa and you're like, hey, I am my own employer, I own this company, it'll be easier to get a visa. You are your own boss. You are the owner of the company, rather than having to go to your company and your boss or whatever and find a letter, then they'd have to let you work remote, and it's like a whole mess. Also, getting visas via a job in another country is far more challenging, but if you own your job, then it's a lot easier. Number two, you have control over the amount of money that you are able to make in that business. So if there are any shifts and changes, you just shift the business model accordingly, and that's it. And we teach our clients how to do that all the time. So once again, sign up for that location independent business consultation below. Number three, you can go anywhere in the world. You're not tied to any one economy. You're not tied to any one location, and it just gives you options. And a big part of what we're about on this channel is having options. We talk a lot about living in Mexico because that's where we're spending most of our time right now, but we don't want, we want options. We want the whole world opened up to us, not just Mexico. And the easiest way to do that is with an online business where you have some sort of high value skill set, or perhaps you have a business already, but it's more brick and mortar, and maybe we got to figure out how to move it online. That you might be in that position as well, and we are more than happy to help you. All right, guys, so that's the update with the regularization program, the RNE. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Does this change your plans about Mexico? Are you going to go somewhere else? What are your thoughts on this? In addition to that, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because Costa Rica is proposing some interesting visa changes as well, which may affect those of you who are interested in Costa Rica or perhaps live in neighboring countries to Costa Rica. It can affect you as well. So we've got a video coming out on that shortly. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also find all the fun resources that we have in the description below. Thank you so much for giving us your time today, and we'll catch you on the next one.